So I've had a lot of questions recently about how tough is it to get a VA mortgage during COVID-19. And I'm going to talk to you guys about that today because there's a lot of misinformation in the market, and also different lenders are reacting differently. It's that simple. So I had a realtor tell a client, last week that, she was really concerned because of the liquidity in the VA market. It's a federally backed loan, guys. Liquidity's fine. Okay, the government has not come out and said, hey, we're going to totally just say bye to troops and active members and veterans. They didn't say that. They're not going to say that. That would be appalling, right? So there are still VA loans. VA loans are still really not that difficult at all. Like in terms of changes that I've personally seen, because that's what I can talk to, there's a couple big changes, and some of these transfer over into other areas too. So basically I am seeing on lower credit scores, overlays. So what that means is that like maybe 3 months ago, you could have gotten the loan without having extra money in your bank account. Now you probably do. Okay. But that's like, credit that's really going to be under 660 is where we're seeing that. 4 months ago, I could have done a VA loan at 580. Now I have to be 620 and above. Okay. If you're 700 credit score, nothing's changed. It's business as usual. If you're 680, nothing's changed. Business as usual. It's just when you get to the 660 and below that I'm starting to see overlays. Now, what I'm referring to is VA loan amounts under 510,000. If you go above that, more overlays, more credit requirements. Okay. But realistically, I don't see it stopping things. And a lot of people are like, oh, well, can I use VA disability as income? Yeah, you totally can. We use VA disability as income all the time. And right now, today I got off the phone with a realtor, and it was the listing realtor, and he's like, well, why is this a good offer? I'm like, it's a good offer because the income I used is based off of disability, and he can't lose that. This isn't a guy that has a job that's at risk. This income is solid. And, he will be able to perform on the loan. So it's very important that you realize that that's not a bad thing. If you have that income, great, let's use it to your advantage. Now, the other thing people are worried about is they're like, well, I talked to my lender and they said they weren't really doing VA. Just because one lender isn't doing VA doesn't mean we all aren't doing VA. So what we're seeing a lot of is different lenders are backing away from areas that they see as risky. Personally, do I see VA as risky? No, it's a federally backed loan, once again. But there are certain lenders that are very concerned about risk. And so they may back away from it, and that's okay. Because there's so many other lenders that want your business that it's okay. Bye. Bye. Right? And we're seeing lenders back out of areas in other capacities as well. So like, for instance, let's say before you could do a stated income loan, right? And it wasn't really stated, it was like a bank statement program where you would provide your bank statements. Well, those are gone, right? But that has nothing to do with VA. That's just some other level of loan that they're backing away from. So it's important to know right now, two big things if you're a VA borrower. Number one, just because one lender says no doesn't mean all lenders will say no, okay? If you're like 580, it's gonna be really tough. I haven't seen anyone doing that. But if you're like a 620, 630, 640, and you're like, oh, Bob said I could never, no, And the other thing is, we don't know how long this is gonna last. Like, I don't think these overlays are gonna last forever. They're a reaction to what's happening with COVID. I pray this is not a world that's the rest of our life, right? This is temporary, right? She says, hopefully praying to the gods, please have it be temporary. Yeah, it's temporary. The other thing is we are seeing, I talk a lot in my videos about VA price gouging and how one lender can be a lot higher than another lender. And we are seeing a lot of that right now, more than usual. And the usual is a ton. So it's like still because of risk and COVID. So the key thing is, don't be discouraged. If you're feeling discouraged, call me. I'll talk you out of it and tell you what to do to get to where you need to be. And if you're getting a rate and you're like, this feels high, shop it. You should be shopping it anyways. Like, if you're a VA borrower, you need to shop that rate. So thanks for watching. I hope this helped. Don't be discouraged. You're good. We're lending. Let's do this. Bye.